The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find. The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style.
What do you do with that student or students that aren't powerfully engaged? How do you get them motivated to get somewhere in the direction you want to take them?
I always need to connect with kids in some personal way first. If you're not connected with them just as a person, I really don't think you're going to get super far in that unless they're like a super highly motivated person themselves. In the beginning of the year, on the very first day of school, I always do like a first day of school interview paper, which really I'm really gathering a whole bunch of things other than just, their answers. But what I make sure that I do is I sort them for like who I really need to connect with first. And I talk with every single kid one-on-one just within the first week or so of school and just talk with them and just get to know them more. And if they want to ask me, and I even have a spot, what questions are you wondering about me, fourth grade, just to really open that kind of dialogue right from the beginning. And if there's things that they can't stand, like, tell me, I want to know those things.
There's strength and then there's mindset, right? My mindset was that I can control what I can control, right? And there's nothing, so many people get worried about things that have not happened yet. They spend so much time focusing on things that haven't happened yet. And then those things never happen. And you're like, you just sat here worrying about it for days and being upset or whatever the case is about this thing that's going to happen in your life, regardless if it's cancer or, someone being in school being bullied and they got to show up the next day and they sit home all weekend long worrying about this bully that's going to get them when they go to school on Monday. And then guess what? On Monday, the bully's not there or they don't do something to them. And they're like, now they just ruined their whole weekend for what? Right. So I'm just bringing it down the little micro size right there, right? People worry about things every single day that don't come to fruition. And people worry about things also that have already happened. And those things have already happened, right? So no matter how much you worry, how much you get upset, it's not going to change something that already took place, right? You're in this moment. So when you're in the moment, you can only control what you can control. So you have to live that moment as what it is, right? And that's exactly what I was going to do. I wasn't going to let it, I'm not going to worry about it, right? Doctors already told me I had cancer, so I can go crawl in a shell somewhere and not live my life. And it's not going to change the fact that I don't have cancer. It's not going to make it go away. Right. And I also can't be like, okay, doctor told me I had 24 to 28 months to live. I'm dying in 28 months, go reckless here. Right. That's not the way to do it either. Right. You have to spend time with your family and do the right things and, and continue to live your life. You have to have that positive mindset to be able to push through it.
To be brutally honest, I think we need to go back a little bit to tough love. I think we're a little soft. And I think, parents need to trust us a little bit more. Trust us to do what we know is best for your kid. And I know that's hard. I'm a parent too, and I get that. But, we're with them 8 hours a day. We see them when they wake up. We see them when they go to bed. They share their thoughts with us. Let us give them that tough love that they need to become better people. Because when we're soft, we can't help them when they're in college or at their job or in the military. You're not going to be there. So giving them a little tough love now and helping them to be stronger, independent individuals, I think, is the best service that we could do for them.
So after I retired from the Army, I was in Stuttgart, Germany, and it's very difficult trying to find a job. And from there, because I've never done it before, I never went job hunting because I was in the military, sort of like you were as a teacher. You didn't have to go find jobs and try to stuff. So I knew I still wanted to work. I just didn't want to retire. I had a good friend of mine that I worked at Tank Automotive Command with, and he was a president of this company called Oshkosh Defense, and he knew who I was, and he said, Ken, I can't promise you, that I went there for an interview, and they came, this is not like the military, this is the civilian world, so I can't promise you it's going to work out or nothing, but I'm going to give you an opportunity, and if you're successful and if you win contracts and you do stuff, then you'll have a job. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Put me in, coach. Let me try.
The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll